Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. Al Jazeera reports that Tibnin Hospital, identified as the only functioning medical facility in southern Lebanon, has sustained damage from Israeli strikes this week. According to a report by Al Jazeera's Obaida Hito, the hospital was targeted multiple times in what was described as a triple-tap attack by the Israeli army. This incident highlights concerns regarding the impact of ongoing hostilities on critical civilian infrastructure, particularly healthcare services in the conflict-affected region. The damage to the sole operational hospital in southern Lebanon could severely impede access to medical care for local populations, exacerbating humanitarian challenges in the area. According to Jud Press, China's military Eastern Theater Command announced Friday that a Japanese self-defense force vessel, the destroyer Ikazuchi, sailed through the Taiwan Strait. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Gojech Aung condemned the passage as a serious threat to China's sovereignty and security, stating that Beijing lodged a strong protest with Japan. China mobilized naval and air troops to monitor the vessel and criticized Japan for sending the wrong signal to Taiwanese independence forces. Koatasura further argued that the incident exposes dangerous attempts of some people in Japan to conduct armed intervention and undermine the peace and stability across the Taiwan Strait, emphasizing that the Taiwan issue is a red line. Tokyo has yet to release any information regarding the alleged transit, which, if confirmed, would be the first such passage by an SDF ship since bilateral ties soured last November, following remarks by. On Myanmar New Year's Day, the Myanmar President's office announced an amnesty for over 4,500 prisoners, including former President Win Myint. The 75-year-old ally of Aung San Suu Kyi, who had been serving a 9.5-year sentence for corruption, was pardoned all remaining terms and released home. The amnesty aims to celebrate the new year, stabilize public sentiment, and allow Win Myint to participate in national development, with the caveat that new crimes would incur both new and previously pardoned sentences. Meanwhile, reports from Singtao Daily indicate that Aung San Suu Kyi, though not pardoned, has had her 27-year sentence shortened by 1/6 and will be transferred to house arrest. Members of her National League for Democracy party are reportedly seeking visiting rights. Both leaders were detained after the 2021 military coup. GG Press reports that Nihon Hidankyo, the Japan Confederation of A&H bomb sufferers organizations, held a rally in Tokyo on Friday. This event took place ahead of the Nuclear Nonproliferation Treaty (NPT) review conference, which is set to begin in New York on April 27. Approximately 300 Hibakusha, or atomic bomb survivors, and other activists gathered in Tokyo's Nagatoko government district. They urged the Japanese government, as the only country to have experienced atomic bombings, to take a leading role in achieving a world free of nuclear weapons. Nihon Hidankyo co-chair Terumi Tanaka, 93, expressed concern about the deteriorating global situation and hoped that conference participants would agree not to use nuclear weapons. A foreign ministry official affirmed Tokyo's commitment to making the conference meaningful, recognizing the NPT regime as the sole universal framework for controlling the world's nuclear arsenal. The Hibakusha also demonstrated outside the Diet, calling for the abolition of nuclear weapons and opposing war. Iranian Foreign Minister Said Abbas Araghchi announced on Friday that the Strait of Hormuz is now open for all commercial vessels, following a ceasefire agreement between Israel and Lebanon. This development led to a significant decline in global oil prices. According to UPI, Brent crude oil fell by 10% to $89.20 per barrel, while West Texas Intermediate, WTI, also saw a 10.5% drop, reaching $81.50 per barrel. Despite these reductions, current oil prices remain higher than pre-conflict levels, which were $73 for Brent crude and $67 for U.S. crude, before the United States and Israel engaged in war with Iran. Araghchi specified that vessels utilizing the Strait of Hormuz must adhere to a coordinated route as directed by Iran's maritime authorities. In related economic news, U.S. stock markets reacted positively to the announcement, with the Dow Jones Industrial Average increasing by approximately 1.54%, the S&P 500 80- to the $new weighs $99, and the Nasdaq Composite extending its gains to 12 consecutive days. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.